Alright guys, welcome back to Movement Monday. My name is Austin and we're going to get going today with the bench press. I'm sure this is something that you guys have done before. We're going to go over it. It's another one of those things that a lot of people get wrong. So I'm going to go over setup, bar path, positioning, bracing, kind of everything that you need to know to do the bench press, and then I'm going to go over a couple things that people consistently that I see get wrong that are just going to help you have a better, stronger, and more effective bench press. Alright, so let's get going here. First thing we want to make sure is that we have our feet placed nice and firmly. They wouldn't be under us, and generally I like to always have people start with their feet completely flat. Some people will prefer being up on their toes here to get a little bit more of an arch, but I find it best to start with just flat feet and making sure that they're evenly spaced. So not twisted from side to side. It's going to help you be nice and even here. Alright, number two, when we lean back on the bench, we want to make sure that our back and head are firmly pressed against the bench here. So when we push, we're going to pull our shoulder blades back, keeping them here, and then this is our setup here with these shoulder blades pulled back and nice and tight, and they're always going to be pressed against the bench. So our shoulders, our shoulder blades, our upper back, and our butt are always going to be on the bench. One common thing you'll see when people are pressing is once it gets hard, the butt shoots up in the air like this. It makes it easier because the decline press is easier for some people, but it's not the way you're supposed to do this bench. It takes out the integrity of your core and your stabilizing muscles, so we want to keep that butt firmly pressed into the ground. If you have to raise your butt off the bench, drop that weight, try again, perfect that form first. Okay, next, once we've got the shoulder blades back, butt on the ground, feet firmly pressed against the ground, we're going to keep our wrists nice and straight here. You'll commonly see people benching like this. Once you start loading weight onto this bar, it's going to be very difficult on your wrists. It's going to put a lot of pressure on there, and our wrists are not that strong. So we want to make sure that our wrists are as straight as possible when we're doing this movement here. So when we're pressing, wrists nice and straight, not like this here. Okay? Picking your grip width is very important. The easiest way to find this, and it's different for all people, we're all going to be stronger with different grips, but as we're pressing, we want to make sure that when we're at the bottom here, that our forearms are up and down with the ground. So if you see here, they're generally perpendicular to the ground. If I go too wide, they're going to be out like this the whole time, and too narrow, they're going to be pressing like this. So always make sure that you try and get your forearms as vertical as you can, depending on which grip you use. So out here, we can still get there, but find that grip that works best for you. Generally on the bar, it's best to start with your pinkies on that full barbell on the first ring there, and then move in and out from there, find what's comfortable for you. Next thing, so we've got our setup down. Now we're going to work on actually doing the movement and how we start that and how we finish that movement. So number one, we want to make sure that we stay nice and tight. So just like our squat, our deadlift, stuff like that, we want to make sure we have a nice tight core. So we're down here, and the bar's up here. We're going to tighten that core, and we're also going to press into the ground through our feet. So you might think of bench press, we're not using our legs that much. We need to press into the ground, have a good solid setting. This is called leg drive, and it's very important. So feet press down, core tight. From here, on the regular bench press, the flat bench press, we generally want to bring this bar down to about our nipple line, right in the middle of our chest. So you'll see this come right down here. For some people it's a little lower, so I generally like to come a little bit lower than the nipples. For some people it might be a little higher, and that all depends on how wide your grip is here, alright? So the more narrow our grip, the lower we're going to come. The wider our grip, the higher we're going to come. So right here, nice and smooth down, touch, back up. Last thing, we're just going to go over a few things people screw up quite often. These ones are quick, easy, but let's get into it. Alright, first thing, when it gets heavy, we already talked about your butt flying up off the bench. Don't do that. Make sure you keep that butt down. Something else people do quite often is when they're pressing, their feet fly up off the ground. Like I talked about, that leg drive is very important. So make sure you drive those feet into the ground as we're pressing, and that's going to help you get this bar up. So make sure that when it gets heavy, we don't go like this, because that's not going to do anything for us. So drive those feet into the ground, it's going to make you stronger there. Next thing is pushing unevenly. So pretty much everybody is going to push stronger one side or the other. You have to make sure that you try and mitigate that as much as possible. Push it evenly. Have someone watch you, see how it looks, have them give you some feedback. Caroline always watching my bench, lets me know how it looks, which side I'm pressing with. one elbow might flare up more than the other. So try and fix that. And one way to fix that is by doing a dumbbell bench press. That's gonna help even that stuff out. So on the barbell, it's gonna show you what's wrong, and the dumbbell bench is gonna go ahead and help you fix that. So work those interchangeably. All right guys, that's it for Movement Monday in our bench press. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see next. I'll be posting some regular vlogs this week. So I'll see you later.